Hey guys, just going through war nickels. I'm going to ship these out. I got a bunch I got to ship out, so I'm just going to go through them, make sure that there aren't any non-silver nickels. And if there's some better ones, I'm going to pull those as well. I did find one buffalo nickel, which it's easy to do that because they look similar, I mean, color-wise. But I usually include a few extra, at least one extra for that reason when I sell them, package them up. A lot of these are really dark, though. That's why I'm wearing a glove, because they're just so grimy, dirty. Here's a better one. Is that polished? Yeah, it looks polished. Just because the detail is not there. There's a better one. I guess not that great. There's a better one. That's a good one. Good detail. That's a 43 Philadelphia. It's got some chatter, but I see some steps. It's a keeper. All right. But like this, you see them really dark. But they're still silver. There's a toasty one. You don't normally see that, but depending on how they were stored, that's a polished one. There's a better one. That's a 43. Oop, Philadelphia. Oh, that's right. The mint mark's at the top. So this is San Francisco, and this one was San Francisco as well. 43 S's. I'm just going through these and packing them up in groups of 200 because that's how I got some sales that I gotta ship out tomorrow. So what I do is I just weigh them on a scale. And there's 201. So that's another lot. Here's a good one. It's a 45 S. Not great detail though, but keeper. I also sell them in lots of 80, so I'll do package them up for 80 as well, because I know those are going to sell. There's a nice one. $45S. Yeah, it's polished. If you can't see the detail in Jefferson's hair, it's not really worth keeping. Because it likely was polished at some point. Yeah, some of these aren't too bad. This one looks okay. Some detail there. So that is a 42S. That's got to be polished. Yeah, it's polished. Someone will get that. If you find them in BU condition, and I do find a few every lot I buy, there's usually a couple in there that slip through the coin store. And if they're BU, they can be worth $10 to $15. It's a nice one. Oh, it's polished. 45S. There's a really dark one. That's just very dark. There's another dark, really dark one. At least the edge is. Yeah. Just putting these in lots of 200, and I ship them out in priority mail, padded envelopes. Ooh, I think we'll skip that one. I think I can clean it up or just give it away. Do you guys collect war nickels? I've got guys that repeatedly buy them. I know they're not high value, but they're, very low premium. In fact, you can usually get them under spot. And for that reason, people like them, especially right now when silver's up. You can get them under. Okay, there's another 200. Let's do a few 80s. These are 35% silver. Let's see. I don't know what, I think melt on these is about $1.50 or so. $1.64 is melt on these. And you should be able to buy them for quite a bit under that. There are errors and varieties to look for, doubling on Monticello and certain coins. I don't really do much with that. I do have some that are full step that are graded, and I'll be selling those. So I think I have an MS66. I believe it was a 1943 MS66 full steps. I have one that's full steps and one that's not. So I'll be selling those. Maybe I'll do a video on those. Okay, that's... Is it a better one? Again, I'm just looking for anything that is not a or nickel, or if it's super bad, cull, or if it's super nice. If it's a BU, I'll pull it and sell those separately. They can go for $10 to $15. Okay, I think that's probably close to 80. Nailed it. And I usually, like I said, I add one just for good measure. All right, there's another. Let's do one more 80. So we'll do an 80 coin lot just to get it ready. I know I've got some that are going to sell. And some of these are really dark, but they're still silver. This is why I wear gloves, because some of these are really dark and grimy, like that one. Let's see. Should have 80. Not quite. Another bunch. Again, if you guys just going through war nickels here. I'm going to ship these out, so I got to package them up. So I thought I'd spend some time just going through them. I did find one Buffalo nickel, and unfortunately, and then it was a 1916 though, it was an old one. So maybe it's worth the same as a war nickel. And then I got some nicer ones that I'll show here in a second. All right, close, trying to get 80 here, so, and I'll add an extra one in here. So we're at 78. Okay. All right, here is 81. I was add at least one or two nickels, just for good measure. All right, so this, I did find, this is a nicer one. 1944. Denver. Not. Oh, you can see some steps there. That's good. And then here is a 43S. Good detail there in the hair, and there's some steps there. I always like to see that. Steps are not as good on this. Is this a 43? Yeah, 43S. There's a toned. That looks polished. That's polished. Yeah, definitely 45S, but that's going back. Here's that Buffalo I was talking about. Oh, it's a 1919. Sorry, it's hard to keep the camera steady when it's close up like that. And then here is a 44. Better 44, that's a Philadelphia. Ooh, I didn't see the, wow, major scratches on that, so that's going to go back. No one's going to want that. I'm pretty sure those are not coming out. Yeah, so that's going back in. But like I said, if you find them, like this one is nice. It's got some chatter, but might be worthy of selling on its own. So pull that out and sell it. These can go $10 to $15. So they're worth selling individually or as a, that's that one that was polished. See if I can find any others. Oh, what is going on there? Wow. Is that a lamination error? Looks like it might be. Huh. That is wild. That's a 43S. It's been polished, but wow. Some kind of lamination error there, I think. Wow. Keep that one. I'm going to scan through here before we wrap up, just to see if there's any other nicer ones. It's not bad. It's worth keeping. This poor nickel. You can't really tell it in this camera, but it's really dark. It's like black. But it's still silver, and that's part of the deal. Here's a corroded one, it looks like. I don't know how that happens. As you guys know, they had silver on these nickels because they needed the nickel for military purposes during the war, so that's why they're 35% silver. I don't think they do that today. Although nickel is worth more. All right, that's pretty much it. I don't see any others that are nicer. So I think we've been through the whole, pretty much, not all of it. There's a nice one. And that is polished. Yeah. Toned. 45. And that's polished. Another one that's definitely polished. You can tell there's just no detail left. Shiny, but no detail. This one. Oh. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up. Thanks a lot. See you next time.